Hey guys, Dry Socket here, and today we are going to do something called a tale of three gun carts. So the gun cart on the right there, I just purchased, and I want to compare it to my budget gun cart and my Mustang gun cart. And I'll talk about kind of why I bought it and some changes that I will probably make to it. But let's check out the three carts just kind of together here. So this is that budget gun cart, which is just a collapsible wagon and then a Winchester gun chair. And then I've just got some guns on there to show you what that looks like. Versus the Mustang cart, which you can see it's got, you know, some boxes here. It's got that umbrella stand there. It does have that pistol rack, and then shown around the back. Versus this one. So this is custom made by somebody. I picked it up off of somebody that is moving, that hasn't shot in a few years, that posted it on our club page. So I don't know who the maker is, but it's not a maker that primarily makes gun carts or anything, but you can just kind of see it there and how it looks. So what we'll do is we'll look at them now one by one. So this is my budget gun cart, and I do have a video on this if you wanted to, you know, check it out. This is kind of what I started doing cowboy action with. And what's nice about this is you can get this set up for like $100. You can get one of these collapsible wagons off of Amazon. I think they're in the like $75 kind of range, but they go on sale pretty frequently. And then you can get a gun chair or something similar. You can probably make your own too. This one's from Winchester, and you know it was also in the like $50 neighborhood. So cart on sale for $50, that gun chair for $50 got me this setup. And this, you know, got me through my first like big like state match and things like that. And it is a good amount of space in there, but you don't have any real organization, you know, no storage. You're just kind of throwing it in there. Now you can, you know, put boxes and containers and things like that to make up for that. The other thing, if you're doing it like this, you probably want to tie on some kind of strap. Excuse me. So you can have a, you know, like a weapon retention, because there's no, you know, you start driving this from place to place and your guns are going to start bouncing, and that's not a good thing there. Now, one thing to note is this handle comes off and the wheels, you know, turn, and this collapses. So it makes it very easy to drive and very easy to store. So this collapses down, takes up virtually no space. And that's probably, I would say, the biggest advantage over the other two carts. If you decide to bring a friend, you basically need like another gun chair to hold their stuff. And then, you know, with the lack of organization, it can make that difficult. And where I was, you know, bringing friends to events, you know, getting a cart that would accommodate two shooters was something that I really, really wanted. Let's take a look with that in mind at the Mustang cart. So first and foremost, this cart by Mustang Gun Carts is beautiful. It's a beautiful cart. It is, you know, kind of a work of art here. It looks really good. I think the wagon wheels really set it off. People will compliment you on the cart, and it is great. Storage-wise, it's pretty darn good for a single shooter. This is the main box where I keep, you know, my ammo and things. It's got this pistol rack. This is kind of my favorite thing. This is, you know, where I put my spent brass. It's got another compartment up here. This is where, and I've actually have some videos where I talk about everything that's in the gun cart, but you know, my ears, just random bits and pieces. I also have like stuff that I use more frequently, like, you know, got to clean out, swab out the shotgun, or, you know, tighten something. I've got, you know, some different things like there. And then it's got space for 5 guns, or you can put, sometimes I have a camera tripod, or there's my brass grabber there. And then it's got that umbrella stand. Now, that sounds awesome, and that is awesome, and for a single shooter, that is great. What I found is taking this to True Grit, where you shoot twice as many guns, you know, including pistols, it starts to feel pretty cramped. Same thing if I bring a second shooter with me. Where we have the pistol rack there, very nice for true grit because you do have a second set of pistols that you kind of keep somewhere. But the rest of the time, you're fighting this amount of space to get guns in and out and with levers open and whatnot. And 2 guns in there, not a problem. 4 or 5 guns in there, you start to run into each other. Ammunition for 2 shooters in this box, you start to run out as well. So it's great for a single person. If you are, you know, doing 2 shooters, I think it's probably best to just lose the pistol rack. And if you're not doing true grit, you just put your pistols in your belt and it shouldn't be an issue. I rarely use the pistol rack for anything other than when I'm getting my stuff together. And I do like it for when I get my stuff together because I'm one of those people that I want to put everything on the cart and make sure I have it all before I go to the range, because I am the type of person where I will forget something important, like my pistols. So, you know, I make sure that we have that. I usually bring backups and stuff as well. I've never forgot guns, but I have forgot, you know, ammo or smaller minor things before when going to the range. So that saves me a little bit. I do also like to have it on there because I will use that cup holder pretty frequently. I think that's the best part on there. It is the umbrella design. If you get one of the umbrellas that have like the windbreak, I haven't had any issue yet with the cart trying to topple over or anything like that. And again, the wagon wheels, I really think they set it off. The other thing though about this cart is if you have a lot of stuff on here, like this cooler rack on the back where I have my accessory box, if I have to move this cart from place to place, it's not super easy and stuff wants to bounce off. Even though I do have good weapon retention bar here for the rifles, but the guns will bounce out of here if you're going over to anything that's too rocky. So I'll usually put my second pistols in the box or down low. If I have second set of pistols, that's what I did at Grit versus them flying out of the cart. So I was kind of in the market for another cart because I wanted something that if I did Grit again, that was just easier to move from place to place. Or if I bring out another shooter, I could either give them their own cart, or, you know, if I had a bigger cart, I figured we could put everything on it. So with that in mind, let's look at my new cart. So this is my new cart. And again, I don't know who made it, but it was, you know, made here locally by someone that's not a Cowboy action shooter, as just a custom gun cart kind of to the shooter's specs. The shooter was like the Buffalo Kid or something like that. So there's these buffaloes on it. I will probably take the buffaloes off and put something that relates to my character on it, but I haven't really done anything to it yet. But let's just check it out as it is, and I'll show you kind of some of the features and some of the things that I like and don't like about it. So here is just the space, and you can see pretty big. It is substantially larger than the Mustang cart, and it does not break down. The Mustang cart folds in half, and of course the collapsible cart collapses. So this is a lot to get into the car. I drive a Wagoneer, so I can get it in there without issue. But it is one of those things that, you know, takes up a lot more space. It is harder to load. You can see a big dump down here to put whatever. And this shelf is very, very nice. I've just got some rounds up there. It's got this handle, nice hand feel, it spins. I'm someone who likes to fidget with things, so that's rewarding to me. And you can see how it's got the shotgun kind of on steps, and then if you have a longer rifle there, this is a short rifle, but you see it matches all the way up to the top. And then the seat here actually has a lock, which is kind of cool, and it opens up, and that is a lot of space. I have not gone shooting with this, so this is some of the stuff that was previously in there, and then this lifts out, and then you have another big dump space. Now, there's also another thing that's kind of cool about this, is this, even though with that big space, it doesn't go all the way down there's about that much of a gap, so you can lift this out, and then you have basically a secret compartment where you could keep, I don't know, something else down there. It fits, like if I put a cigar box there, it wouldn't like crush or impact the cigar box. So that's about how much space. So I don't know what I would really want to keep down there, because it would be kind of annoying to get that out to get to it, but it is something that is kind of cool. It has a secret compartment. Who doesn't like secret compartments? This gun retention system, it's very simple, but it does the trick there. So that's very nice. So you should be able to move this from place to place pretty easily without losing your guns, except notice the wheel setup. These wheels are great. They'll roll over just about anything, but do you see what they don't do? They don't turn. So if you are going to move this cart, you basically have to tilt it up onto two wheels and pivot it like a dolly, and depending on how much stuff you have in there, that can get kind of annoying. So one thing that I will probably do is I will probably take off the front wheels, and I'll just put a big wheel in the middle on a caster, so I can, just move it around like normal. That'll make it a little bit more maneuverable, and I think it'll look a little bit better. I've also thought about painting the gray black. I think that would look a little bit better as well. You agree, Minky? Minky agrees. But yeah, so that is my new cart, and the biggest thing I like about it is so spacious. There's so much room for activities there, right? If I have a second shooter with me, we can have everything that we could possibly need for the match accessible, and we're not going to be in each other's way. Very easy to get your gun out here without running into the pistol rack. And then if I did have a second set of pistols for grit, there's a number of ways that I could do it. I could put them here on the dump, or there's plenty of spaces on the side that I might just mount a set of holsters for that particular situation. So I could just have some side holsters on the gun. There's even space you can mount them down there. So a lot of possibilities from doing some other mounting. I'll probably mount a knife on it and some stuff as well. Debating building on an umbrella rack as well. It just depends on how much I end up using this cart, and that is the thing that I don't know at the moment. I also, and I don't know if I pointed out, it does lock as well. Again, I'm not with the locking and the hidden compartment. I don't know if like people were leaving their gun carts like more unattended back in the day or something. It seems weird. Like I don't ever feel like, oh, I need to lock my stuff up when I'm at the Cowboy range or any Cowboy range that I have been to, but I haven't been to some of the bigger events and things. So maybe that is an important feature. I just think like, well, my cart has wheels, so if someone's gonna steal, they'll probably just steal the whole thing. So hopefully that never happens. But anyway, yeah, that is my new cart as it is. I will make some modifications to it. Probably when I get it all modded up, I'll do another video. But yeah. So there you have it, our tale of 3 gun carts. The new one here, this is that mammoth gun cart. It's gonna come in handy for events where I need a lot of guns, like True Grit, or maybe I'm doing a bunch of side matches or something like that, or if I'm bringing a shooter with me, and that way we have just plenty of space for things. The Mustang cart, like if I am by myself, there is no greater cart to this for my needs. I really love how this looks. It's a good looking cart, and if I don't have to move it from place to place, it's what's coming. All right. And then this budget gun cart, I don't really foresee me ever using again, but I have it, and if something happened and in a pinch, something broke or whatnot, or someone needed to borrow something, this is a setup that really works. And again, it's very cheap, and it's easy to put together, and it's pretty practical. I mean, you have to bring your own storage option. So whatever you want to throw in there, I just had little tubs and in things. I've seen people have something similar and use just like old sour cream containers for, you know, putting brass in and things like that. So, you know, it gets the job done, and we'll get you out and shooting, and that's the important part. Again, shout out to Mustang Gun Carts. I really like their cart. It looks great. It's pretty darn sturdy. And it's a super nice cart. And then to whoever made this, you did a great job. I'm just gonna, you know, mod the wheel just so I can maneuver it a little bit easier. But yeah, I love the amount of space this brings. The only downside I would say is it doesn't go in and out of the car super easy. Just kind of have to take the big box out and then, you know, lay it up on its side. Depending on what you have stored in it, you know, that means you have to take stuff out, put stuff in. What I like about the Mustang cart is all the little compartments, they just kind of come off. So my storage stuff, I just put off to the side, you know, I don't have anything like stored, where if I had like some, you know, various things in this dump area like organized, I would have to, you know, change that out. So I might also make like sort of a drop-in box that slides out that, you know, has my stuff organized in it. But we'll see what I do. You guys have a good one. Get out there and shoot.